Today we're looking at BKNG, and the big question is simple. Is this stock starting a real breakout? Or is it just bouncing after a sharp decline? From the chart structure, BKNG is showing signs of recovery. But at this stage I would still classify it as a technical rebound rather than a confirmed breakout. Because before the recent buy signals, the stock was clearly under pressure. Price had already moved down from higher levels and sold off into a much weaker zone. So this is not a case where a strong uptrend is simply continuing. This is a stock trying to recover after damage was already done. Now let's focus on the price structure. The first key area is the support zone around 159.5 to 167. This is an important area because it's where price started to stabilize and attract buying interest. As long as BKNG can stay above this zone, the recovery idea remains valid. Below that, the major risk zone is around 153 to 156. This is a much more critical level. If price breaks below that area, then the rebound structure is likely failing, and the stock could shift back into weakness very quickly. On the upside, the first resistance zone to watch is around 176 to 178. This is extremely important. Right now, BKNG has bounced, but it has not convincingly broken through that near-term resistance. That is the main reason this setup still looks like a rebound and not a true breakout. If the stock can push through 176 to 178 and hold above it, then momentum can improve significantly. In that case, the next upside target comes into view around 184 to 186. That would be the first profit objective and also the first area where sellers may show up again. If price can continue building strength after that, then the larger upside zone around 198 to 203 becomes the next target. That higher area is possible, but only if BKNG proves it can clear resistance and maintain follow-through. So in practical terms, this is how I see it right now. BKNG is improving. The stock is no longer in free fall. It has reacted from support, and the rebound is real. But the chart still needs confirmation. The market has not yet seen a decisive push above resistance. Until that happens, calling this a breakout would be too aggressive. That means traders and investors should stay focused on the key levels. If BKNG holds above 159.5 to 167 and then breaks through 176 to 178, the recovery becomes much more constructive and the bullish case strengthens. If it starts failing near resistance and rolls back down, then the support zone becomes the battlefield again. And if price loses 153 to 156, then the structure weakens sharply and downside risk increases. So the bottom line is this. BKNG currently looks like a recovery setup, leaning more toward a technical rebound than a confirmed breakout. The support zone you're watching at 159.5 to 167 makes sense. The profit target zone of 184 to 203 also makes sense, especially if you split it into two stages. First 184 to 186, then 198 to 203. And the risk zone at 153 to 156 is very appropriate, because that's the level that would seriously damage the current recovery structure. For now, BKNG is showing improvement, but it still needs to prove itself. The next real signal of strength will come only if price can break resistance and hold above it. That is the level the market should be watching next.